Hi, peace and paradise to all American Aborigines. Hey, Chief Holidays in the building. We got Sister Bethy Love in the building. This is the first episode of the Sister Bethy Love Show. She's gonna break down how to trace your lineage. You know what I'm saying? How she did it and how she got to, what she got to, and very interesting, man. She's gonna break down some of the stuff, just the beginning steps, and then we just get episode of the Bethy Love Show. And we got some for you in the back. So, Sister Bethy, you
Hey,
got the floor.
everybody. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, so y'all ready?
Hey,
Okay.
whenever you're ready to share your screen too, I just do the screen share, and then I'll see you. Let me take this off the screen too.
Okay. All right. So it's ready now, Chief?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Hey, everybody. Sorry I'm a little late. A little technicalities. I got to learn how to use stream. What is it? Live stream. I'm not real savvy in that. So my daughter's going to sit down and teach me at another time. But anyway, um, I'm I'm Sister Bethy, of course, and what I'm going to do is show you or try and teach you how to trace your lineage by using two different sites that I've used, which is one being My Heritage and the other one Ancestry.com. So the first thing that you want to do when you're tracing your lineage is to sit down, maybe talk to your mom, or if your mom's not around, and find out, you know who your mom is, you know who your grandmother is, you probably even know who your great grandmother is, but you want to write these names down. And once you do that, you want to go to the vital statistics department in your state that keeps your birth records. You want to get your birth certificate. Your birth certificate gives you permission to pull birth certificates from yourself to your ancestor. So, for instance, when you walk in vital statistics, I had my birth certificate and I had to purchase my mother's birth certificate. But before I could purchase my mother's birth certificate, they had to look at my birth certificate and make sure that my mother was my mother. So once I pulled my mother's birth certificate, that gave me permission to pull my grandmother's birth certificate because on my mother's birth certificate showed her mother's name. So you see where I'm going with this? So you have to keep purchasing. Could be a little costly, but you have to keep purchasing them until you can't purchase birth certificates anymore because birth certificates didn't come into existence in the United States until 1906, I want to say. 1906, I believe. I might be in error, but once you pull back that far, birth certificates, then it goes to death certificates of your ancestor. So if you pulled your last ancestor's birth certificate and you can't pull that great great grandmother's birth certificate because when she was born, birth certificates weren't being issued, you can pull their death certificate because on the death certificate it gives that person's mother's name, that ancestor of yours mother's name. You follow me? Am I confusing anybody? Um, can you put a number one in the chat room if you're with me? Because I can go back and explain that again. I hope I didn't confuse anybody. I was told 1929. No, actually, the birth certificate stopped in 19. Okay, I'm going to give you the correct answer. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Um,
Did you ask me something, sis?
No, I'm looking to see when birth certificates were issued. I believe it was 1906 or 1 or something like that. Birth certificates. Yeah, I'm looking to see when birth certificates were issued. Oh, God. Sorry, folks. I just want to get you the right information. Birth certificates. Here it is. Okay, so here it is unusual to find any vital records before 1881. So the first birth certificates were issued in 1906. Okay, so if you're pulling, oh good, I'm glad. If you're pulling genealogy, you only can go get birth certificates that started and as far back as 1906. So once you do that, you then need to know who that great great grandparent is. So the only way you're going to know that is by pulling a death certificate. If you but it has to be in the town where that person died at. For instance, my fifth generation grandmother was born in South Carolina, but she died in Connecticut. So I was able to pull her death certificate because they didn't make birth certificates in 1878, which was when she was born. So after I did that, I couldn't go. I looked on her death certificate, which states her mother and father's name. And it was those two names that I was able to pull off the Dawes rolls. But that's going a little too far. That's going a little in advance. But anyway, after you pull the death certificate, then you want to try and pull some censuses, the federal censuses from when they first, from like the 1800s. If and the way I did it, I didn't want to go to South Carolina's National Archives, so I purchased service from MyHeritage and Ancestry.com. I like MyHeritage better because their organizational charts of family lineage is just so cleared out, and I'm going to share that with you. But when I go on those sites, I'm able to pull federal censuses from all of the 50 states. And so now that you have that down pack, I see you guys have that down pack. I'm gonna pull up my what is it? MyHeritage.com, MyHeritage, so that you can see my information. Sorry, guys. Sorry, you guys. I kicked my damn self out the chat room. I got a little excited. So what I'm gonna do now is share my screen from myheritage.com with you so you can actually see, what I mean about the federal censuses from when our parents were little kids. So bear with me. Share screen. So they told me I have to open up. I remember the guy told me to do this. So let me know if you can see what I'm doing. Put a one in the put a one in the chat room. Just give
No,
me.
you got screen share.
Am I sharing, Chief?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Let me hit share. Chrome tab. New tab. Okay. Can you see it now? Chief, can you see it now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna pull up my heritage, and this is my heritage. I'm gonna go into my family. This is an account that I purchased. It could be costly. You could pay by the month. You could pay by the year. I pay by the year, so I don't have to be dealing with no monthly bills. Um, Remember, don't even mess with this. Like Chief Holiday said, mess with this DNA crap that they try to sell you if you decide to purchase this site. But anyway, here I'm gonna go to my family tree and just show you what I have. And this is my family. I'm gonna pull it down there. I went to these two folks as far back as these folks right here, and my grandfather and my grandmother. That's This is why I like this site because you it really spells out who your family is, and I like how they color code it because the blue is the God man, and you see how no, I know they can't see baby, but you see how I'm way down here, and I went from myself to my mother, okay, then I went to my grandmother, then my great grandmother, and to my great great grandmother. Okay. Now, the way this site works, you could search. You could do a search. I always like to go and do an advanced search. It's a really self-explanatory site. I'm going to do an advanced search. So I'm just going to look up, pick any name, a common name. I'm going to just put in James James Brown, right? He's definitely a male. And let's say he was born in 1878, okay, in South Carolina, USA, okay. And I point out USA so I don't get other countries. I'm not going to fill out anything else because I don't want it to get too narrow. I want to get as many James Browns as I can get because that helps me to find my potential ancestor. Okay, so when I click on James Brown as a search, you see how it gives me all these James Browns in South Carolina. This was a federal census. This first one is a federal census from 1880 that they took, and he lived in St. John's, Berkeley, Charleston, South Carolina. And his father, see right here where it says his father's name right here, and it has his father's name, but it gives his sister's name. For the most part, it usually gives it the wife's name, which would be his mother. So I'm gonna open this up. This is the actual handwritten part, the computer generated part of what's on this actual old census from the 1800s. I'm gonna try and blow it up. I hope you guys can see it. But this list of names, these are the names. This is how they took the censuses back on. Let me see. Let me make it small for a minute. They took this census back. This is a bad one because it doesn't show the other end of the. Let me get out of this one, you guys. This one is not showing everything like I want it to. Let me try this one. Let's see how this one helps us out. Okay. This is a census that was taken in Bordeaux. Looks like Bordeaux in the county of Marlborough. I don't know what town or state that was in, but anyway, this is just so you could see. But it was taken on the second day of June 1880, and you want to look. No, I can make it get a little bigger. You want to look down for James Brown in here. You know, you look for James Brown. But anyway, on the sentences, you would look for like James Brown. But you see in here, you see it. Here's James Brown right here. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but this is they have James Brown. He's black. He's a male. He's 2 years old. Okay, and let's just say for ha-has, the head of the household is always first listed first. So whoever that person is, that's first up in here. This isn't a good one either. But you can actually print these out. Say like if it was one of your family members. I won't. Let me see. Son, wife. Okay, I'll just pick anyone. This is a head of household right here. This is the wife who would be this person's mother. And that's how you could find out who the person's mother is. This helps you in the research too by looking at these federal censuses. And once you get their names off of here, like it could have been your grandparent. Say Charles was your say your name was Charles. You're now being directed to who Charles' father and mother is. If Charles was your grandfather, up here would say who his mother and father is. See how it says wife? And then those are the people you would get those names, which is spelled out better up here. Let me see. Let me make it smaller again. Let me just make it smaller. See, James Brown, male, single. He was black. It's funny how the ethnicity is American, and it's saying his father's birthplace was South Carolina and his mother's birthplace was South Carolina. These are the census sheets that you want to print out and keep and save to your family record. But you also want to print them out in case the computer ever goes down. Let me see. Anybody have any questions so far? Are you with me?
I got a question.
Okay.
What type of I don't want to get into your business like that. But what type of money would you have to spend to to find everything that you found? How much money to
To
get the birth
for the
certificate and
service?
everything all together?
Well, I went to my
Yep,
in
for the
Connecticut.
services and everything.
Oh no, there was no service. Oh, well, for birth certificates, that's here in Connecticut locally. I paid for mine. For each birth certificate you pay in the town, if you purchase them from the town you was born in, it costs $20. So let's say you could pull 5 birth certificates. Right there, that's an automatic $100. Because each birth certificate costs $20. These sites that I'm paying for a month, some of them run from like you could pay like 19.99 a month. They direct deposit it out your account, and I paid for the year because I knew I would be in it so much. I just didn't want any breaks in my researching, so I just paid off for the whole year, which cost $120. And then that next year it'll automatically renew if you want to keep the service. So I had this account since last March. It'll be up for another annual renewal in March. But you have the option of paying like 19.99 a month. But I just found it cheaper to pay it off for the whole year. Now, Ancestry, is the same way. They have the same thing, but the difference between this site and Ancestry.com is where you could get a lot of information on Indians, and it links you. It You're able to get the dolls, rows, and everything right, just specifically right from their deaths. They have a lot of marriage certificates and things of that nature on their site. So Ancestry.com is a really good site too. And I'm gonna go into that site for you as well. I have an account with that site as well, where it could show you, like, if you, one of the things that if you're looking to get tribal enrollment, or just looking to get proof that you're an Indian, and you want to go and get yourself, your identity changed with the federal government. These are the things that they ask for. They ask for birth certificates, death certificates, marriage licenses, and things of that nature. Because marriage license can also prove, your lineage as well. Any other questions? I want to go back and look at some more, do some more searching. Anybody have any names that they want me to look up, or while I'm on here? Could you think of anybody, Chief? Oh, hell, I'll look up myself. Don't y'all laugh at my real name. Just gonna look up myself just for eyes. I'm a female. So there's me. That's me. That's my mother. That's my brother. It's all 12 of us. So you can look up a lot of people on here. Anybody have any names, or anybody they want me to look up for them? Chief, anybody in the chat room giving any names? Let me see. I'll just look up any names. I'm just doing a search just for the hell of it. Let's say. Wait a minute, boo boo. Wait a minute, baby. Okay. So I'm doing the search. Giselle. Andrew Williams. See how it gave me all these different names? You can look this up. Y'all see what I'm doing? Does this look difficult? I can't see what any of them are saying. Oh, okay. I said Martha Rivers. Martha Rivers. Okay, I'll type that in. Martha Rivers. Say Martha Rivers. Martha Rivers. Um, where was Martha Rivers born at? Is there a state? Do you have a state she was born in? Autonomous Copper, Maine 8th Lion. What do you have a state she was born in? Okay, I'll just do a search. It's gonna be a lot of Martha Rivers. Oh wow, there was only one. Nothing came back. Y'all got another name? Let me see. Anybody got another name? Let's see. South Carolina. Was that her maiden name? I'll try again because I pulled up. Let me see. I'll just, how about Rivers? Female. He said South Carolina. Let's just see. It's gonna pull up. See what it pulls up. Okay, we have Mark. See, it does like names that are close to a Martha Rivers. Do you have her maiden name or like around a year she may have been born? If you can give me a maiden name, Higgins. Higgins, pull up some Higgins. It's gonna be a lot. I just got my great grandmother name and perspective. Look, Ida Hamilton. Okay, Ida Hamilton. All right, look up Ida Hamilton. Ida Hamilton. Ida Hamilton, female. Search. Now we got Ida Turner. Was she married? Because this, you see how we're up here? There's like 15,422 results. So the more information you have on the person, the easier, the closer you can get to that ancestor. Like if you want to have a place where she lived at, um, a place where she may have passed away at, because we could put that in there and it'll bring the search a little bit closer. Because right now we're looking at hundreds. Oh, there's an Idle Hamilton, but this person, see how she was born, and she's pretty too. She was born in 1908 in Rowan County, North Carolina, and she passed away in 2006. Wow. And she died in Virginia. But this is also how you may be able to tell, you know, if it's your ancestor, because a lot of times they list the ancestors' siblings, brothers and sisters, and the way you can go in and look at the census. I know this ain't your parent, but I didn't want to put all your business out there like that. But see how it gives pictures of family members and stuff? You see that? Um, Let me go back and see what they saying. Um, big, so y'all get the gist. Can you put a number one in the chat room if you get the gist of how this site actually works doing lineage? Could you just give me a one so I can move on, to another unless anybody else have any questions, I can move on to something else. Lula May. Lula May who? What's her last name, Jaguar? Oh, somebody wrote William him. Lula May. Yeah, that was a common name. One. Okay, so everybody gets the gist of this. Good. Okay. So now I want to move on and I want to share something else with you. I want to pull up those damn Indian censuses. Let me see if I can pull them up. I want to pull up them Indian censuses. New tab. Let me try. The damn tab. Share. Share screen. New tab. New tab. Share. Okay. I think I got it now. So let's pull up them damn dolls, Rose. Let's see. I think these are the rows. Okay. Here we go. Here's the funky stuff. So here's the site, the National Archives, the National American Heritage, and you can get this site. I'm gonna copy. Matter of fact, I'm gonna copy this and have Gretchen paste it. Oh damn! Can y'all see this? Let me know if you can see it. If you could, you put a one in the room so I won't keep moving and y'all can't see it. I need a one in the room if you can see it. If you can see this, Chief, can you see this? Can y'all see the let me know if you see it. Two, no, they don't see it. Oh no, they see me. Damn. Now can you see it? Damn, I thought I could share the screen. Zero. Damn. All right. Let me try it again. I'm gonna try it again, y'all. All right. Share screen. New tab. Okay. Um. Okay. Can y'all see this? I need to know if y'all can see this. Can you see that screen? Can y'all? Oh, there's still a two. Damn. My, you know.
There you go. I had to come back in. I was in the chat. I had to come back in and
You can see it. Can you see it? I can see it on the screen. I don't know how they can't see it.
no, they could see it now because I just shared the screen.
Oh, okay. So this particular site, let me bring you up. This is the National Archives. It is the digitalized index to the final rows of citizens and freedmen of the five civilized tribes in Indian territories. So you see over here where it says Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, Creek, Seminole. I'm going to take you to them. Matter of fact, because I'm Cherokee, I'm gonna go to Cherokee. You don't have to scroll that way. It's easier when you just press like that. So it says Cherokee by blood, and I'm gonna share this site with y'all. I'm gonna give you the link so you can go in and look at it. It's really interesting. So let's pick this. These are the Indian Rose, the Dawes Rose. Look at these names. All these people. Albert Butler. See all these names? It starts in an alphabetical order. You may see some names, some you don't know who these people are until you actually go into the roll number if they're your relative or whatever. But a lot of people, a lot of your names are on these rolls. A lot of your ancestors' names. These are your ancestors' names. It starts in alphabetical order. All these names. Look at there. These numbers right here, these are their roll number when they enrolled those many years ago. I'm gonna go out and go back and see. They're still full of A's. I don't know when the A's stop. There's so many. I'm just taking you through them. Wait a minute. Matter of fact, let me go back. Adams is a real common name. All these names are common. Adams. See over here, Samuel Adams. Now, I'm going to try and get to another letter. Beamer, Beer. All these people, Indians. These are the people who are in these tribes, and they're from all over the world. Your ancestors are around here, believe it. A lot of these names, Blackbird, all these Indian names, Black Fox. Y'all be knowing people with these last names. Let me go down. I'm just trying to get out of the bees. There's so many. Look at, I'm still in the bees. There's so many. Your ancestors are on this road. Trust and believe. And that this is just Cherokee. Clark, I know some Clays. I know some Clarks. Everybody knows some Clarks. You see that? It's all about you tracing your lineage and getting them to the people on these roads. And this is just Cherokee. And I'm not even finished. We only in the G's. Look, y'all know some Gibbs, Gibsons, Gilberts, Gilmores. You know these people. Some of y'all grew up with these people's descendants. Let me see. Let's go back. I'm gonna go down further and see what other letter I'm at. Look at there's Morris, Moreland, Morgan, all these names. Morehouse. These are brown skinned, copper colored people. Most of them, all of them. Look at Tyler. I'm just jumping around. Underwood. You hear people with these last names. Tyner, Van, Baum, whatever. And minor Cherokees. Minor Cherokees by blood. It starts all over in alphabetical because it says minor Cherokees by blood. So I guess when they say minor, they mean children. And these are the freedmen. These are Cherokee freedmen. And it's all in alphabetical order. I'm just jumping around. See, Kings, Kirby, Kilpatrick, all these names. These are all copper people. Now look at Creeks. Here's the Creeks. Creeks by blood. Let's see what their last names are. I'm just gonna jump around. Bruner, Browns. That's the most popular last name ever. But Brown. You got all these Browns. These could be your ancestors. I don't know what your um ancestors' last names were, but these are the roads you want to look on. And it's amazing. Creeks. That's just creeks. Then we can go to, they got the Creek Freedmen. This is what Dane Calloway was talking about. Check those freedmen. Because these freedmen people are people that, were freed. And then it goes to Seminole. These are the Dawes Rose. Newborn. It's crazy. Here. Noble. These are all last name. Payne. I know some Paynes. I grew up with Paynes. Palmer. Pomfrey. All these different names. Anybody got any questions? Chief, ask anybody if they got any questions.
Um, okay, so do you just have to find the name on these roles, or we have to find a specific name, like
Okay, so once you, like I
Rosie?
said, once you keep pulling your birth certificates and things of that nature, when you start getting to like the 1800s, you don't have to go back to the 1700s. You can go to the like 1800s, like 18, like my great grandmother. She was born in 1842, so her name is on these rolls. Their names is on these rolls. Once you keep pulling back, pushing back, pulling back, once you keep pulling birth certificates until you can't pull no more, those names are on the rolls. They're on the rolls. And yes, I'm gonna copy the link and have Gretchen. I'm gonna copy the link now and have Gretchen post it inside the chat room. So Gretchen, I'm about to send you an email. Hold on, y'all. Let me send this to Gretchen now. Okay. I just Gretchen, I just sent you the email in your email. If you could copy and paste that in the chat room for everybody, that'll be awesome. And that's the entire Dawes Road from Cherokee all the way to, let me see, they got Choctaw. Let me see, I didn't even get to Choctaw. That's Seminole. That's Seminole. So when y'all get that link, you're gonna have all five of the federally recognized tribes. You're gonna have the Choctaw, Chickasaw, Cherokee, Creek, and Seminole, which consist of the Dawes Rolls. Now I'm gonna take you to where is it? I want to share another screen. Gretchen's gonna post that, so I'm gonna get out of this, and I wanted to share something else with y'all. Uh, Share screen. Share. Chrome tab. Thank you, Gretchen, darling. Hey, Gretchen, look on one of those rows and give me a row number and post it in the chat because I want to show them how they can look what's inside the rows. Share screen. You're welcome, you guys. Share screen. Um, Chrome tab, new tab, share. Okay. I want to take you to the records. Can y'all see this? These are the actual records. If you look on this site right here, it tells you everything. You can learn about the records, the what's in those census card enrollment cards, census enrollment cards from the Dawes Roll. You can actually go in here and type in the enrollment number, and once you type in the enrollment number, it'll pull up the damn your ancestors' enrollment card from when they enrolled to be on the Dawes Roll. Is there any? Are there any other questions? I'll always be on Chief site. No, it's not a three-digit number, baby. This it's got to be a what is it? A 5 or 6 digit, but that's okay. I'm gonna come on at another time when Chief lets me on and go into the cards, into the DOS cards. Anybody else have any other questions that I confuse you? Please copy that link and just go and look at it. Take a look at it. And when you do get the copy of the link, make sure that you save that in your drive and don't ever throw it away. Go to a library or somewhere if you don't have a printer and print every damn last one of them out. I don't know how many pages it's gonna be, but print them shits out and keep them because now everybody in the world will have a damn copy of them, and it'll never they could never throw them out because you have copies. Y'all get where I'm going? That's right, Thomas. You got that right. Big Chief, I found some of my people, but have not gone deep into some of them on the DAWs and census. Yeah, just pull them birth certificates. And once you pull them birth certificates, you can't pull them no more. Those last individuals, one of them got to be on the DAWs roll. Laugh out loud, Gretchen. That's all right, honey. I could do it another time. Because I don't want to hold up Chief, from his family. He let me come on his page. So the next time I come on, I will be on my page because my daughter's going to teach me how to stream live. It's taking me to your channel. What channel? Chief, you said it's taking you to my channel. Wait a minute. Hold up, honey. Let me see something. Okay. Those finals. I don't know how it's just taking me y'all to my channel. Okay, so here's what I'll do. If it's taking you to my channel, I didn't realize. Why would it take you to my channel? This is a whole nother site. You see up here how it's a whole nother site? But anyway, if you go to archives.gov/research forward Native American roles, vinyl roles, if you just type that in your browser, it will link you to that page. Root, where are you a mess? You better be good. Don't start on my page. Anyway, but you guys, if you can't, if it's taking you to my page, I don't know why. I don't know why because that was a whole federal government site. I don't know how in the hell You said it's taking me to my site. Anyway, I downloaded it onto a mobile disk. So what I could do, I could email that to Gretchen as an attachment, and she could email it to most of y'all. So make sure you give Gretchen your email address, because what she could, when I email it to her, she could forward to all of y'all at one time. And if I were you, I'd buy like a floppy drive from like CVS, one of those mobile floppy drives, and saved it onto that. Save, try to save everything about your ancestry on one of those little mobile floppy drives. But if nobody don't have any questions, I don't want to hold Chief up, for spending time with his family, because he just be on here and taking away time from his family. Hey, Wanagi. And plus the video will be left up if anybody want to watch it over, you know. So, what's that baby choking on? Checking on my grandbabies. So, if nobody don't have any questions, Chief, you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Did I do okay, y'all? Did I do okay? Did I go too fast?
No, you did good. I don't know if you want, anybody to come on the panel, um, ask questions or whatever.
If anybody want to come on the panel, Chief put the link out in the chat room.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stop sharing the screen. Anybody want to come on the panel? Chief gonna put the link in the chat room. And root word, don't you come up in here. No links. Okay. So Brandon, Gretchen, I'm just gonna send Gretchen the attachment through email, and you'll have the entire thing. You won't even have to go to the site to get it, because I downloaded it all and put it on my floppy drive, and I'll just share it that way through email. Okay. So hang tight. But like I said, that's public information. If you just go directly to that site and just maneuver through it, that government, that federal archive site, you will land on the Dawes Rolls and things of that nature. You could see.
Hey, Sister Betty, did you get the 10 free websites I sent you?
I did. I did. Did you do you want me to, I don't know,
Yeah,
Chief, do you want,
on the screen so they can see it.
huh?
Yeah, definitely share it and we can read them off. But share it so they can see it. So people come back and they can see it too, and go check out the website.
Okay.
I think the ones that you're talking about are not free, but everything is set.
No, they're not free. It's just that the more you pay, the more information you get right direct.
They'll reel you in, get you going. But if this is important to you, I think it's something you know definitely invest in time, energy in. Yeah. So yeah, no, yeah, you can share that. We can put that up. So y'all can see that.
Mm.
Yeah.
What you say?
Yeah, no, I'm saying if you could share your screen and share that, then we put that on the screen so they can see that. And
Okay.
at least get you started. Yeah, at least get you started. Kind of go. And I think two
But that would
websites.
take them to my private email account. I'd rather type it up nicely like you have it listed and share it, through email, or, up here on the screen where it's not, going into my personal email account. I have to get it out.
You can't send it to that email account.
Huh?
You can't forward it to that one.
Forward what, Chief?
Okay, I'm sorry. Are you in your personal email account now?
No, you would have to forward what you gave me. I can forward it to my personal email account.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I've already forwarded it to you, so you can send it wherever you got to.
Oh, okay. So I'll forward it to my email account and then put it on a floppy drive and then pull it up that way. So
Huh?
that you follow me?
Nope.
Okay. I'm gonna
It's
forward it to my email. I'm actually gonna copy and paste it into a Word document, which you gave me, and then once it's in a Word document, I could download it on my floppy drive, my mobile drive, my mobile.
I mean, you have to do all. You got to do that. Here's the picture. I screenshotted Instagram. Actually, like, I don't. You know what I mean? The
But I
same
ain't
way
all.
you.
I'm not all that savvy yet, Chief.
Oh,
I
okay.
just learned how to share the screen.
I know, but for websites, I know you can show a picture. Like, you gotta be. It can't be that one.
Oh, Chief, you making me feel bad. So I'm.
No, it cannot be. You just did a. You know what I'm saying? You just sharing the screen, showing. You know what I mean? So it can't be the same one. All right, whatever you shared that from, you can send that picture to that.
Okay.
Or we could just go through them. You know, and tell people, but the visuals right there.
Yeah, the
Send it to
visual is better. I'm trying to figure out how I could get that screen up. You sent it to my email
Yep.
or my text? You sent it to my
Email.
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 Okay, let me see if I can go that way. Let me see.
Whatever email you was in, you don't have to pull up your personal email to you know what I'm saying, you just pull up the pic.
That is my personal email.
Oh, okay.
But I'm gonna try and see if I can do it anyway, just for ha-has. I'm gonna see what I could do. Alright, Chrome tab. Let me see if I can pick my damn email up from here. Can I look at my? Can y'all see this? Huh? Hello?
Now they can.
They can see. They can see me in my email.
Um
Supreme Chief. That's the Steam Yard. That's the Stream Yard. Chief, you ain't send that. Oh, 10 free genealogy sites. Is this it?
yeah, that's it.
You can see it?
I just see your Google screen. You haven't clicked into your email yet.
I did. I'm in it now. You can see it?
Nope.
Oh, damn. See, oh, wait a minute. Share. I don't know if I'm doing this right. No. You can't see it now, right?
Nope. Just see the Google. You just fill out, yeah. Hey, shout out to everybody, man, tuned in, man, to episode number 1 of Sister Bethy Love show. So she's definitely doing a great job, y'all. We got some technical difficulties. She'll be right back and put this thing together. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Let me go ahead and put out the line. Okay, we got stop, yeah. We got Lil Yosh Rios in the building. We got Miss Gretchen Helm in the building. Brandon Baisden. Peace to the guys, man. We got Copper Asia Girl in the building. Peace Empress. Chief Kokomo, OCO, Pete Parker. Peace Empress. How are you? Okay, here she's back now.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. Now you see why I want to wait until my daughter can teach me how to maneuver through this because she's a whiz like Data, but she can't teach me today. But at least I got the basics to them So when you let me, when I do my next stream, I'll be able to go into the actual roles.
You're doing your thing though. Um, a shout out to I-1724 in the building. Omega. What else we got here? Thomas Anderson's in the building. Anderson is another indigenous name. Most of our names are indigenous. They did not bring these names over here, by the way. These names were created here. The perfect example, Brown, for instance, right, is a descriptive term. Period. Like I don't know what to tell you. It's a descriptive.
Huh? Say that
Brown
again.
can only be a descriptive term. Yeah.
Mm.
So the origin of of that and a lot of different derivatives, what I'm saying, could go with brown. But brown literally is a descriptive term. Oh yeah, you brown. Okay, well you're Leroy Brown. Like you know what I'm saying. So it's just that simple. Oh, you live by the woods, y'all the woods. Oh, you're a shoesmith, you're a smith. So all Smiths are, what I'm saying, all Johnsons. You know what I'm saying? To change your grandfather's name from Juan, right? If they came into the Spanish territories from Juan to John, and his family members would be John's son. Has nothing to do with a slave master kicking our ass and making us take their goddamn name. Shout out to Future Teller in the building. We got Nighthawk in the Dogs Road. Yeah, get history behind rule of the $5 identity theft. That's fact. That's a fact right there, bro. We got Big Chief in the building. Peace and honors. I found some of my people, but have not gone deep into some of them. The dolls and since yeah, man, I just say this all the time, man. The dolls and any of these roles and the census reports and all that is an act of war. So we technically don't we shouldn't be doing them, but yeah, we got Chief Strong Wolf in the building. OCO, yeah. Root Word is in the building. Hey, the links in
But
the
I'm
chat. Anybody will come on and ask Sister Bethy any questions. Links in the chat room. Shout out to Nadi in the building. Fellas up, tribe up, wise up, rise up. How about that?
but on a serious, you guys, when I've been doing a lot of I've been looking at a lot of cards in all the tribes that's on the dolls rolls and all the people that are on there. When I look in the cards to see the households of the people on the rolls, they were listed as black. They were black. It's not. None of them are white. There's no white names in those households on the dolls roll. They're all black people.
Yeah.
Not one person on that dolls roll. When I looked within the records, they were all brown skinned people.
I mean, literally, it's called paper genocide. It's called, you know, swapping us out. And once again, you start talking about, a lot of these things that records that we're pulling up, they're written in, right? Like it's written in, like somebody has a discretion. We're talking about enumerators and the different people who came through with the pencil test, and literally, like they would put a pencil in your hair, right? If, like for instance, the pencil would stay stuck in my hair, right? Then they would put me in a different category than the person that's in my family that the pencil slid through the hair. You can have that in a mother can have a child, one with hair that the pencil wouldn't stay in, and one the pencil would stay in the hair, right? Those two children in the same house, same mama, daddy, everything, will be classified differently based off the pencil test, as well as the brown paper bag test. These are real tests. These are real things that they've done. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, I don't have a problem with people, searching your stuff and going as far back as you can. Um, yeah, but you got to understand that you're looking at their rendition. You see black, wait a minute, where are black? Where did it come from? What took place? So when was this changed? You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, man, people can always go back and rewrite this stuff. They could. Like, they can. Like, why wouldn't they? Especially if we send form If they lost the census, got burnt down, and they went back and rebuilt it, how do they remember? Where did they get the information from? It's in the census. So you got to be careful with everything. You got to cross reference everything. Yeah, definitely figure out who your people are, man, and go back as far as you can, and go back vertical, you know, vertical as much as you can, but as well as go horizontal. You got every generation you go back, your ancestors double. So when you just go one line, from your mom, daddy, daddy, you gotta understand you got a lot of people. Yeah,
Hey,
and
be
then
busy. I thought you was gonna be in here. I'm sorry, Chief. I'm sorry, Chief.
nah, this your show. I'm just filling in. This is out. How
Oh
you
no, you
doing?
was talking and I cut through by accident. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just saw Be Busy and got excited because he was supposed to be one of the first people you know.
Links in the chat room, y'all. So hit the link. We got Isaiah Humphrey in the building. We got Autonomous Hopper, Main, Eighth Lion in the building. Peace Kings. We got Maya Flower, Fowler, Peace Empress. Nice to meet you, Maya. What is yeah, okay, got it in there. Sis. What we got here?
Is anybody gonna come up on the panel? The chief put the link out there.
We got the original Copperhead Hunter in the building. Carly Crushing in the building. Peace, Carly. Peace to God. DJ Crypto Blessed in the building. He said we don't need to do any paperwork under their foreign jurisdiction at all. They know exactly who we are. I like that. That's a fact. You just got to go in there and identify who you are. They be like, oh, we glad that you came. But it's the Department of Interior. So I would suggest like once you start getting all these records, you start whatever, you know, go to the Department of Interior and in different places. But also, once you find yourself on these roads, figure out how to get a letter to um, all the agencies or whatever, like the IRS with. I, I say this, you know what I'm saying? It would be worth, what I'm saying, doing the research on yourself if you could be tax exempt and not no fancy fucking accounting shit either. Just you see my face, you see me, and don't even send the shit to my house. You know what I'm saying? Don't even ask me. Matter of fact, when if you got a job and you got to fill out the paperwork and stuff like that, there has to be a way. If you making $1,000 every 2 weeks, that you get all your money. They don't take no taxes. Shit. You know what I'm saying? If you make $100 million a year, you want all your money, Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? You didn't Africa. You're not. You're indigenous to this land. Kyrie Irving, he's already in the tribe. So I would not be trying to be in no fucking tribe unless that came with the program. If not, I can do my own thing. Why would I need you?
Yeah. You don't have to join those tribes either.
Of
You
course not.
don't. You do not. You can find your lineage and go to what was it? The Department of you go to the federal and get federally recognized individually. You don't have to join a tribe.
We got Thomas. We got Thomas Anderson in the building. Oh, Thomas. Sister Bethy. Sister Bethy from Connecticut.
I'm sorry.
That's really name it. Okay. Yeah, Thomas. Sister Bethy's from Connecticut. So I don't know if you know her, but yeah, we got people from Alabama. Sure. Indigenous Americans rising in the building. Oseo said it's nothing new. Huh? I was born knowing who I am. What about you? I did. When I can remember, start understanding. Cause I can't say I was 2, 3 years old, and somebody was telling me I was the tribe I was in and stuff like that. So I'm not gonna say when I was born. Okay. So we got Cherokee in the building. And peace to the chat and the panel. Peace to you, sis. We got Fire Water in the building. He dropped the link in. Absolutely. Fire Water, peace, empress. We We got my brother from another mother in the building, executive session. The chat room's on fire. That's right. Be busy. The guys in the building. What year are those roles, y'all?
I really appreciate y'all coming out in the chat today because, like I said, if I learn something, I'm sharing it. You know what I'm
That's right.
saying? It's no need. It does makes no sense, and it profits me nothing to keep information that's actually public information for my people.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'm in
I
the chat. This is I
74.
17.
What's up? What does that mean, brother?
Uh um I changed my name. I went by Bernu Pendari. That's what I had my name at first, but I erased all of my name because I'm still doing my history, and I'd
Uh,
rather my people give me my name once I get there. So that's why I just got this little generated type name right now. But we've been in the chat together before, Chief. I was the one that called in a while back when you were asking for ideas, and I threw across to you we need to get our elders together and have them sit down in these type of panels and spreading the information. I don't know if you remember that, but it was a couple
I
months
think I
back.
do. Brother. I think I do.
Um, right now, I've been listening to the sister speak this evening, and I've been doing this research as far as, well, I've been using ancestry.com. Um, I was able to trace back my second great grandfather, William Hemmings, in 1850. And on that census, he is listed mulatto. I am now just understanding the next step, which I've really been needing to do. What she was introducing me to, the Indian portion, this new list, and that's pretty much where I'm at this point. I'm trying to go through this new list and see specifically where or what tribe. How would you go about doing this, sister, as far as, because I'm not sure specifically. There's no information on the census, as you know. So that's pretty much where I'm at.
Okay, well, if you're, do you have mulatto people in your family? I mean, because the route I went is through my grandmother's side
Hmm.
because it's matriotic and that's normally what they go by to really determine who you are through the mother because the mitochondria DNA, that's something that the father can't pass down. So the mother's mitochondrial DNA really specifically points you to what your tribe would be, what your race would be. Um,
Well, I started with myself. I then went with my father and then his mother and father.
right.
From there, I just traced it on up on both sides, his mother's, his father's, and then I'm also doing on my mother's side. But the furthest up or furthest back, I guess I can say, is up to 1850 on
1850.
correct.
Okay, so what you want to do if you have your father's, you went back to your as far as your father's great
My
grandmother.
second, I have, yes, my second great grandfather. I
Mhm.
guess I think I'm saying that correctly. It gets confusing once you get
So what was his last name?
Hemmings. They're all
Okay.
Hemmings.
So you want to go on the Dawes Rolls and you want to look through each tribe. You want to check each of the five civilized tribes for that last name.
Okay.
And once you check for that last name, you would contact that tribe's enrollment unit and fill out an application. and that's how they're doing it. You fill out the application, you send them the original copies that you have. But I just have to caution you that they only accept birth certificates, death certificates, um, and what was it? Birth certificates, death certificates, marriage certificates.
Yes, that's
So,
what I have here. Because, like I
yeah,
said, I'm using Ancestry,
yeah.
so it has the let me
It
see
has the
here.
death certificates, but
Yeah.
they have to be the original. So since you have the copies,
Hmm.
all you have to do is contact the state.
Contact that actual state,
That
fill out
state
the form to get
form,
the actual. Yeah.
right? And don't forget that they're gonna want
Hello?
proof of your lineage.
Okay. And
So, but they normally mail it back to you once they make copies. They just want the originals and they mail them back to you.
okay. Okay.
So that's what you're at the
So I
point
just
now where you just want to go to the rolls and
I
look
got to
for
go
your
through that every single
Why do I feel
tribe
choppy?
under the last name, and or because like you said, it's all under it's all listed alphabetically. So
right.
now now also I have now, like I said, I'm able to get back as 1850, and that's my second great grandfather.
Mhm.
Right now I also have his wife because it shows that information on the ancestry.
Mhm.
His wife's last name was Metcalf, and I'm not. So I would just basically do the same thing with her on that end, correct?
Well, you
Or is
want
it just
your
one
direct
side of the
lineage.
family?
You don't want marriage. I don't know whose thing is that is in the background. You want direct lineage.
Okay,
So direct lineage wouldn't be somebody that was married into the family. Oh my God, what is that background noise? It's
I
killing
cannot.
me.
All right,
Okay. You want direct lineage. You don't want anyone that's married because
married in.
that's not your bloodline. You want to keep it with your bloodline. So say it like it's your fourth generation grandfather. You get his last name. Simple. Go to the Dawes Rolls. All five civilized tribes Dawes Rolls. Look for that last name. Contact the or go on the particular tribe's website. Fill out an application. See what they need you to send them, which is going to be the original documents showing your lineage to that person. Send it in and wait for their decision. That's how it's done. Simple. Because you don't went back. There's no more further you can go.
Right.
So now you're at the point where you want to go to the Dawes room.
Grab that information. Get in contact with the
The tribe, call them up.
specific tribe.
Talk to them. Don't be, when you call them,
Hmm.
don't be mean to them. Don't be rude.
Of
Because,
course, with all respect.
talk to them and tell them that. Ask them what is the process. And
Right.
just do it. Just do it.
Okay. All right. Yes. This was
You call,
literally the
you
last
call
step
it,
I've been looking for.
you call up them, call them up and they get rude. Well, how you gonna be white? You're white. You know, you do that, you can just forget it. Just cancel Christmas. Because you got to remember, the citizens, they will tell you that they are not. A lot of them are not people that's running the tribes. They will tell you that they're not bloodly related. A lot of them, they're citizens. I don't know what that background noise is, but it's driving me up insane. Somebody need to mute their mic.
Hello?
Mute? Could you mute your mic? I can't. Oh my God. Hello.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello.
Sister Bethany?
Yeah. Could you hold up? I'm still addressing this brother right here. Could you give
Oh,
me a
my
minute?
bad. I wasn't sure if y'all could hear
Yeah,
me. Yeah, I'm going to
we
mute
can
my
hear you,
mic. Sorry.
sweetheart. We can hear you, honey. Um. Yeah. You got to remember they will the people that are running the actual federally recognized tribes. A lot of them will tell you that they're not lineage bloodly, full blooded. They will tell you that they're citizens. The citizens, just like we're citizens of the United States, they're citizens of our tribes.
Okay.
So the citizens are who actually took over the tribes. The citizens. Say like somebody moved here from Africa, right? And they became a United States citizen, and they decided to take over the United States. They're not bloodly, you know, their blood lineage is not from the United States, but they're citizens, and they took over the United States. That's the same thing what happened to our tribes. You follow me?
I'm with you.
If you have a tribe, right? Say you're a chief,
Hmm.
and you let um, people come into your tribe, they are now citizens, correct?
Right. And
So
so,
citizens built and took over the tribes. The citizens. But then a lot of them do have maybe 1/16 or one, percent lineage. Some of them do, but for the most part, you know, they're citizens.
wow, well, it says here, well, to my understanding, I'm full blood.
Right.
So, yeah.
Everybody on those Dawes roads are full-blooded um, Indians. Choctaw, all those, they're all full-blooded Indians. But like
Appreciate
even
it.
like
I
Dame was
appreciate
saying, a lot of $5 Indians went in there and claimed
it. Hmm.
to be the descendants of those ancestors.
Right.
$5. That's where the $5 come from. But the Dawes roads, those people on them roads, those are copper colored people.
All right. I appreciate the information.
I hope I helped you. I mean,
No,
I
you
don't
did tremendously. Like
know.
that literally
They
was the next step that I needed. I was literally sitting and waiting for the longest time. I've been going through, and I figured I didn't need to go any further from the
yeah,
1850s. I've
it's
already
mind
learned
boggling.
that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I know I've gotten far enough as far as um my family research. I've gone far enough.
Mm-hmm.
I've just been stuck on the next step as far as um
What to do next? Where to
right,
go next? Yeah.
right.
When you
Just
get to that point, you can't look no more. That's where the frustration come in, and that's what happened to me. I'm like, damn, I can't find nothing else past, beyond 1840, 18, you know, 1840, 1830. So I said, you know what? Let me just look on these damn Dawes roads. Not be damn. I looked right up there, and their names was on the roads.
jeez. And see, I'm
Serious.
going. I'm literally like I gotta look under Well, he's this. Everything is from North Carolina. That's what I've been seeing. The traces is constantly North Carolina, North Carolina, North Carolina,
Mm-hmm.
and the tribes that I'm, to my understanding, it's Choctaw.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there's within this list. Let me see here because I got multiple windows.
Screen blacked out.
There's a lot of Choctaw. There's
Yeah. Also, like
Choctaw
they.
Blind Blood,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Oh yeah.
Minor Choctaws,
Mm-hmm.
Choctaw by marriage, Choctaw Freeman.
Yep. So you want to go through, and it's tedious because you have to pick the right number for whatever letter. What did you say the last one
Yeah.
was?
Eight, eight.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I was like, man, because I had already started. I actually started off the link that you guys threw up in the chat, and it took
Mm-hmm.
me directly to Seminole. So I was just excited and just hurried up.
Yeah, just fill it out and see
I
what
heard up and
happens.
click on
But
Seminole. It
like,
wasn't even the right tribe, but I didn't care. I just wanted to look, and I'm like, oh, okay. Once I got an understanding how the list looks, I'm
mm-hmm.
like, man, this gonna be a little bit because I see
Yep.
this. Yeah, yeah,
And like Chief said, you don't have to join a tribe. You do not have to join the tribe. Now maybe Chief will have Dane come on. I don't know how him and how they'll do it,
hmm,
but Dane can explain to you how you could just get your status changed individually. I haven't went
that's
that
that's
route.
really
You
what
know
I'm
what I'm
looking.
saying?
Yes, yeah, like
Dane
that.
Dane Dane is the man you want to talk to about that. Dane Calloway. I don't know. Are you subscribed to his page?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh
It's right
God,
on Instagram. Yeah,
I
yeah.
would subscribe to Dane Calloway's page because, and that's anybody in the chat room. I think everybody in this chat room is probably subscribed to Dane. But um, I learned all this from Dane Calloway.
Right, same.
Watching his
And that
videos and
right.
stuff like that. He's so fluent and knowledgeable in this. I mean, he's just.
Except for see the difference is with this channel, it makes it a little easier for me
Hmm.
because we're actually speaking. We're actually sitting here having the conversation rather than I trust I and don't get me wrong, I love Dane's work.
Who
If it
doesn't?
wasn't for Dane's work, I wouldn't have even been looking in this direction. I'd probably be out here still dumb. You see
Yep.
what I'm saying? But
Yep.
this channel, it's I love this channel specifically for what it is because this is open conversation. We're actually
Yep.
speaking, and there are times that Dane does jump into this channel, and
Yep.
we're able to interact and ask questions, and that's the thing that I like the open platform where you're able
Hmm.
to actually ask direct questions and get your different points across, things of that nature. It's just
Yeah.
easier
That's
to pass the information.
That's Chief. That's Chief Holiday.
Right,
I love
right,
this channel too. That's why I be in it every day.
hmm,
Cause Chief welcomes everybody, and
right.
he gives everybody a chance to share. He helps so many people, so
Hmm.
many people, and I just am
I
there. I'm
appreciate
there to
you
support him.
for jumping up here today and putting this portion on live because that this is literally, I'm sure there's more than just me. This has literally been the hardest part right here. Just like now, jump to this list, it's wrap. Like now I know exactly how to end this all because I'm tired of sitting here dwelling on it and thinking about it every day, walking around and seeing these people, and y'all know what I'm talking about, in our face all day. And I just want to scream or say something because of how passionate I am over this information and just the heartache and the hurt behind it all, just the frustration behind it all. I'm ready to end it all and get
Yep,
myself
and don't give up.
completely complete and done. And that's this portion right here today was a big part of it. And I appreciate you.
Mhm. Oh, thank you. I'm happy. Like I said, I don't like to hold information from my community. If you're gonna speak about it, be about it. That's my thing.
Right,
If you find the information, share it. Don't hold on to it and then try to charge people in your community bullshit.
right.
I'm not like that. You don't get no good luck in life when you do that. You just don't.
Appreciate it.
But I'm glad I was able to help. And don't all I can say is don't give up and continue to you know visit Chief Holiday's page channel.
Oh,
He's
that's gonna be
always
an always. That's an
make sure you stay on his page because like Ty Data said, subscribe to all five of those pages.
right.
Not just this page, all five, so you can stay well informed. And make sure you give Gretchen Helm your email address. I don't know if you know who Gretchen Helm is.
Oh, I see her in the chat.
She's
I'm gonna
usually
have to
sends
get
out a
her.
notification to send her your email address to her email so she could put it on Chief Supreme Team Holidays mailing list.
All right.
And make
All
sure you stay visiting this page and Dane's page. So I hope I answered your questions.
You did. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll
Okay.
get up out of you guys' hair onto the next person. But appreciate you guys. Have a good one.
Same to you. Okay, sister, how can I help you? Hey, sister, you there?
Peace is yeah, I'm here. Is it too loud or no?
No, you're fine, sweetheart.
All right. Peace, Sister Bethany, and give thanks for sharing this information. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm stuck at a wall. I'm trying to trace I'm stuck at my grandfather, and I think his mom died when he was young, like 3 years old, and he wasn't like legally adopted. But it doesn't sound like you got stuck at a wall. So, like, do you know how what I can do to find his parents?
Okay, well, first, did you do your mother's side first?
Yeah, this is on my mother's side. I I found my great grandmother that was born like in 1872. My great grandfather was born in 1866, but I
Okay, so
can't
you
find
said your
anything.
great great grandmother was born in 1872.
Right.
Can you find her mother?
No, I'm stuck there, and I'm
Okay,
stuck at yeah.
let me tell you
But
how you can maybe find her. You're really gonna have to, if you can't get to the national. Where was she born at?
she was born in, it says, like, and that's another thing. They have her listed is one name that we know her as, and then another name that I didn't know she was named as, and they have her in Virginia and Maryland. So yeah,
So
and they
what?
have her listed as a mulatto and black, but we didn't use black back then.
Okay, so what you want to do is, if you can't get to the archival library in those states, my best recommendation to you is try to get on those free sites that we're going to share with you, where you can do research, or like I did, I purchased my heritage and ancestry.com, and you can look for the censuses in those states
Yeah, that's where I was at
when they
this
was
morning.
little.
I was
When they was
on.
little, you look for the censuses from like the 1800s, around the time they were born. 'Cause I think after 18, they have an 1800 census, and then I think they got an 1820 census. You keep going, looking at the censuses close to the time or just after the time they were born. You follow me?
Yeah,
And put in as much information you can about them in those states, so that you could try and find a census with your great 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 grandmother and her children, and that'll help you figure out where she was born or whatever. You know what I mean. If you go, yeah, it'll help you figure out where she was born at. What was her maiden last name?
that's where I'm lost at because I was on the census. I was on ancestry.com this
Hmm.
morning, and I was on the 19, what was it, the 1910 or 1920 census, and it listed her and her husband and her children, but I didn't find anything beyond that.
Okay, and when was she born? In 1872.
1872.
Okay, and whatever last name that was she had, I would take both of those last names and look on the Dawes Rolls.
Okay.
Each of the five federally recognized tribes. I would look under those last names and just contact the tribe, like I just told that other gentleman. Contact the tribe, fill out the application, and send it in with the information that they need. But just remember, you have to get their death certificates and birth certificates. They want the originals, because that's what shows your lineage to them.
Okay.
You follow me, sweetheart? But
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong, but it sounds like you breaking up on my end. I don't know if it's just my end.
I'm breaking up. Can you hear me now?
Um, every time you speak, it sounds like choppy, but maybe that's just on my end. I don't know.
I think it's on your end because I hear you real clear. Am I still breaking
Okay.
up? But I would try and do a search in Ancestry.com or whatever one you were looking in, and just type in, her both of those last names. Do each of them, and don't put no first name, and just put like the state that she was living in.
Right.
And I mean, it's going to be tedious. You're going to get back thousands of people probably with that last name, but you're going to have to bite the bullet and go through each of them like I did, unless you get more information where you could filter it where less will come out. But it's always good to have more of a return with the last name than less. You,
Right.
you following me?
Yeah, I'm following you.
But just for ha-has, I would really, really take those last names, the two last names you got, and contact your and look on the doors rows for those last names, both of those last names, and then contact the tribe and speak to somebody in the tribal enrollment unit.
And speak to somebody where?
In the tribal enrollment unit of each of those tribes. Once you find the last name on the Dawes Road,
You said in the tribes?
each of the tribes, the five civilized
Okay,
tribes,
okay.
check those Dawes Roads for that last name, and then contact the tribal unit of those tribes.
Okay.
I mean, you can Google the tribe's name and get the phone number from there and call them up. Speak to somebody in the tribal unit.
All right.
I would really do that because that's what I did. I was so damn
Right.
mad I couldn't find nothing. Then finally I said, let me just look on this damn Dawes Road. That's exactly what I said. And I'd be damn. I looked on the Dawes Road, found the last name, and I found my great aunt's last name, and she's still alive. She's 92,
Wow.
but she's still alive, and she on the damn Dawes Road.
Okay, so how you think I should go about in terms of my mom's my grandfather, like he was born in the early 1900s. Like he had children late, like my mom and them. So he was born like in 1915, but I can't, like I said, I can't find anything past him because his mom's died early, like when he was like 3. And I can find him on like the CC camps and all that stuff, but I can't find like any his mom or his dad.
So what I would do, whatever his last name is, I would go and look on the five civilized tribes and contact the tribes because they do research once you call them and send in your information. They can go further than you and they have
Okay.
more information than what's on them Dawes rolls.
Got it.
You follow me? Just go to the
Got
Dawes
it.
rolls and look
Yeah.
for that last name and they probably can help you.
Okay. Well, all right. I'll reach out to them.
I mean, you went back far, so you might as well go to the Dawes rolls now. Don't just sit there stuck. Just go to the Dawes rolls so you can find out.
No, I'm really trying to get this done because I've done other things like on a private. I've done other things. So this is the last variable of the equation I need to like, put me in a position where I need to be at. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, I've been working on this hard. And I've offered to pay people and like There's a lot of frauds
Don't
out
pay
there, but I
nobody
offered
a
to pay
damn
Silk
dime.
Road people. I
I'm talking.
bought Dane Calloway's book, even though I respect his work, but like,
Oh, I bought his book. That book was helpful. He even got another one out that's more advanced.
I didn't. I mean, I respect his work. I love his work. No shade to him. No shots to him. But I really didn't find it helpful. I tried to call a number and nobody answered. But maybe I need to go back through it and where I got information. But like that was just my experience with it. I'm not saying like I'm not telling people don't buy
Well,
it, but
it is kind of hard. It is kind of hard, but I find that when you read it, sit back from it, get away from it while you're frustrated, and then go back to that book. It is you really see something that you miss.
right, right. I
You
probably
know,
go back to it.
but call the tribes up if you see the last
Hmm.
name, and they're going to tell you what they need you to get.
But you know what, Sister Bethy, I found a lot of pale face like using my last name, and if they are like, I'm going to kick them like like because like you said to the other brother that was on like the $5 Indians, like then they just paid to get into the tribe $5 and they're using our family information. Like I'm going to charge them with identity theft because
Well,
no.
I will. I personally would step back for a minute because you are what
Hmm.
8 or 10 generations down, and just swallow the bullet because our people allowed this to happen to them. So I mean, you can't go in there swinging because if you look at it from a positive perspective, thank God they kept the tribes up for us because we just walked away from it. A lot of us walked away. A lot of us, you know, we lost the war because we don't know what the hell we was doing, and also we do got pale face in our families. You don't know that. You might not know that because you wasn't born back then. You talking how many years away from you?
uh
When was you
a
born?
hundred and
I wanted to
something.
bet you about. You was born
I
about
was born in the
1990.
80s.
Yeah, you a baby. You a baby.
I'm an 80s baby. So yeah, like
Exactly.
when I
So
was
right
born, my
now,
grandfather, he was raising me in his 70s. So
you
yeah.
know, yeah, it's real painful. It's painful. It's very painful. But you know what?
It is.
Just keep your mind focused on the fact that look, I'm trying to get my identity corrected. So
Right.
forget all this negative what people are saying about
No,
the
I'm not
guys.
being
You know
negative.
what I'm
I'm
saying?
not being negative,
Just
but like I don't know if you were able to it is kind of, I'm not being negative cuz I know what happened and I see what's going on today. So if I'm coming across that way, that's not like where I'm at. Like I'm just trying to gather the information, the facts, but it is kind of frustrate it is frustrating if I'm looking for somebody and they misnomer is a pale face, because like the pictures and stuff that we have like the lady that was my great grand that was born in 1872. We have her picture in the frame, and my great grandfather that was born in 1866, and they weren't, you wouldn't call them white today. I mean, they was light skinned, but they wasn't white.
well, like I said, your focus right now is to get your identity corrected from being called the African American or whatever's on your birth certificate to what you really are, correct?
Right. Right.
You want to be who you are, right? Right?
Right.
So
Yep.
get to them dolls rows and start filling out the applications. Contact them first and ask them find out what they need. And for the most part, it's going to be Original death certificates, original birth certificates that traces your lineage to whoever's on the Dawes roll. So since now you're a little frustrated, take the last name and go to the Dawes roll, find the last name and send it in.
Okay.
You can't, and just go from there. Keep coming back. Stay subscribed to this channel because this is not going to be the only segment. Subscribe to the other
Yeah, next
five
week.
channels. Subscribe to all these channels. Chief is always on. You know, and it's just it. Just look on the Dawes rolls, and then I be in the chat room all the time in the chat room.
No, I see
And
it.
let me, and just let me know how far you got. Keep me informed. I would like to know.
I definitely will. I appreciate you
And if you have questions,
giving out this information.
if you have questions while I'm in the chat room, just holler at me. We could talk.
All
But
right, Sister Bethany,
you
give
got your
thanks.
goal right now, right? You got your goal right now. What you gonna do?
I'm going to contact the doors rules and
No, you're gonna look at the Dawes rolls and find your last name. The last name,
right,
right?
and then I'm gonna contact the tribes.
There you go. And that's what you do. And then come back and tell me. Keep me informed in the chat room, sweetheart.
All right, I certainly will. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey. Hey, Chief, you there? Chief, you there? Peace to everybody in the chat room. I really appreciate y'all coming out, listening. Um, I really do. If anybody, it doesn't look like anybody else have any questions or want to come on the panel. I hope I was helpful to somebody in the chat room. Oh, Gretchen, you said to hold on because I was just gonna end it. I'm Chief. I wanted to let him get back with his family. Hey, Gretchen, can you put my email in the chat room? You want me to look something up, Gretchen? All right, Pete Parker. Thank you. Thank you, Firewater. Bless you. Oh, there's Chief. Yes, Yolanda, you can email me with questions and I'll try and answer you the best of my ability. But I be in the chat room a lot here on Chief's site. I don't always be on this panel. Just these last few days I was, but normally I'm in the chat room and you can ask me in the chat room. But make sure you send Gretchen Helm your email address and make sure you subscribe to all five of the pages. Oh, they go Chief. Oh, and I'm just saying, if anybody try to charge y'all to do this type of service, do not pay them. It is not worth it because you can do this yourself. Do not give nobody a damn dime to help you with this. It's ridiculous to do that. If you could work a cell phone, you could work those sites, those search sites, ancestry sites. I tell a cell phone is harder to operate than them sites. Hey, there you go.
Hey, Sister Bethy.
Hey, honey.
Hey, Chief. Um, I
Stepped
wanted you
away
to
for
look
a
up my
minute.
grandmother for me. Okay, can you hear me fine?
On here?
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I can hear you good, but I'll do that with you on the side. I don't want to
Okay.
put your personal information up like that. Yeah, you could call me.
It was for the purpose of showing people.
Oh, okay. So I mean, you don't, as long as you don't mind.
We ain't going that far back. We gonna do, shoot. Oh, let me see.
Okay, no, I was just, listening to what Ty Data said yesterday about, the media and stuff. That's why I was putting fake names in the search.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But everybody in here pretty much saw me do the search. I don't want
Okay.
to, do no, real live information because, like Ty Data said, once you put it out, it's out, and I don't want to do that because then that will direct it back to you.
Okay. I follow.
You can always call me. You can always call me, girl. We talk on the phone too much.
Okay. Well, I'm
You
gonna
know you're
let.
my girl. You know you're my girl. But
Okay. I'm gonna.
Gretchen, can you put my email in the chat room?
Yeah, I just did. I'm gonna let. I think it's some Chief Kokomo or someone else wants to come on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna leave now.
Okay, sweetheart. Chief, you have anything you want me to address, or you have anything to address, Chief?
I don't think so. I just, y'all already know how I feel about these lists and stuff, but they're definitely important, just to kind of tap into who we are. But DJ Crypto, what he was talking about made sense. We don't, they know who we are. You know what I'm saying? And spending, like I wouldn't spend a whole bunch of money doing this. And also I say this, it's like people can cut their own hair, do their own hair too, right? But you pay to go to the uh to the barbershop or the beauty salon. You know what I'm saying? So these these genealogical things that, yeah, even if you're just saying, okay, if you were doing that, and that's just my disagreement, Sister Betty, on the part where you say people shouldn't get paid, don't pay anybody to do it. then do it yourself. Like, but if they don't have the time to be doing it, and you want somebody else to take out their time that they can't get back to do something that you could do, I think you should, you know, just keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, there's free sites, and then you got things you can, they're gonna ask you to spend money and keep going and going and going, whatever, right? That's cool. There's a sister. I don't. They took the video down. We did with she did a thing with Lord Jamal. I'm gonna have to find it and post it in the chat room. Y'all go check her out. But it's myblackHeritage.com, and this is what she does. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've even heard of people went back and they found 16 of they what's that great grandparents. You know what I'm saying? So it gets definitely gets it gets deep. You know what I'm saying? It really gets deep, y'all. So I thought yesterday it was something that was interesting, which is kind of correlating to what you're saying. Shout out to Empress Copperfox. She was like, "Yo, she did hers right, and she identified with 6 different tribes." And I always thought that was interesting because, I like when somebody would ask me like, who, what tribe am I on, right? I mean, one time I was like, Mama side, Choctaw Blackfoot, Daddy side. You know what I'm saying? Put something else in there, right? But it gets deep because we're attached to so many different tribes. You know what I'm saying? And so she was saying that she would like she wanted to be identified by all of them. I thought that was dope. But you said something like go to the different. I know a lot of people haven't heard about finding and searching these different roles to find their people. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's pretty different, pretty dope, Sister Betty. And if you guys need to catch up with Sister Betty Love, you know what I'm saying? Definitely get at her emails in the chat room. Go subscribe to the channel. You know what I'm saying? Support the sister channel. Support the sister work. You know what I'm saying? Support the real. You already know what it is. Man. Support the real. We definitely appreciate everything, everybody. All the energy and love everybody came in. That's what's up. Got Timbuktu in the building. Hyena Chief is in the building. Peace to guys, man. El Boria. All I heard was Geechee from my grandma, great aunt. That's what's up. But even with the Geechee, you know what I'm saying? They come from a different tribe. So when you get to going back, man, it's like at some point, man, we just the people of the land. We wasn't we wasn't identified with a lot of these made up tribes. You know what I'm saying? So people say Cherokee when they go Anuaia. I said that right again. Yay. You know what I'm saying? It gets deep, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like one of them type of people, man. Just because I'm a renegade, I identify being a renegade, right? I'm comfortable because I'm comfortable with that. Don't make you have to be comfortable. So but they say what I eat don't make you shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is, So if you're comfortable with the dog's rules and you're comfortable with identifying yourself with these tribes and stuff, have at it. You know what I'm saying? I just I'm just getting into ancient America and a lot of these tribes wasn't around in this time period. So that's what I say, y'all. But yeah, so yeah, that's what's up, sis. So sis, you finished with them?
Um, I think so. Thanks, Chief, for addressing that. I just, I'm just only teaching what I learned. I mean, I'm not no master. I'm not a master at this, but I'm just basic. I'm not saying join the 5 civilized tribes. It's just that happens to be where my ancestors' names were listed. Um, I don't. I'm not trying to get everybody to join those tribes. It's just for my own purposes. I just want to get my correct race and identity changed to what it's supposed to be. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm never going to move to Oklahoma or South Carolina, but for the sake of, you know, of my daughter and my two grandsons, I want their identities corrected. And if I'm able to do that, that's what I want to do. Just change their identities. Everybody has different reasons as to why they want to change, correct their identity. But my main reason is because I'm finally very happy to learn that I'm not African. Not that I have nothing against African people, but I'm just happy that I'm not African. And my daughter's sitting here cracking up. She's so stupid.
Hey, I remember shout out to Aboriginal Power. I stayed him in there earlier, man. Copper Grizzly, man. He was like, man, we was I don't know if we was live or something, man, or we was in the back chat. We cracked up. He was like, man, it was so tired being African. It was just so exhausting.
Yeah, it's exhausting. Every time, and we little kids and we bringing stuff to school for African Day. I'm like, fuck, we ain't no I'm not African. I don't want to be called an African. And I don't care if nobody don't like it. I don't want to be called an African, especially if I'm not one. I don't look African. I don't think I look African. Their faces
Not at
way up here and way like this. I am not African. I am Indian. My cheekbones say I'm Indian. This is my baby
Wait, my
with
hair
her
ain't done.
wild hair. She's 28, but she'll always be two.
Stop, mom. My hair ain't
And
done.
we not Africans. Are we Africans?
I might be part African.
I'm about to smack her. We not Africans. And I just want my daughter to be able to change her birth certificate. That's gonna be my blessing. When we're able to go to vital statistics and change her birth certificates to American Indian and my grandson's birth certificates to American Indians. That's all I want, and I'm good. What y'all think about that? I know they laughing at me now. They gonna ball it on me now.
no, I think that's a great idea. That's the ultimate goal. Once you're doing it, you know what I'm saying? And what's so crazy is like when you're talking to everybody in your family, you're like, look, if, if I trace our family back, you know what I'm saying? We have the same family members. You know what I'm saying? And we still connected with, they still, they still connected.
You know, I I'm not gonna. I'm gonna be for myself. I'm just all I want is my identity changed to what it's supposed to be, and that's it. And then I'm good. But
Yeah, I mean, really, that's what it is. And that's what the Declaration of Reclamation is letting people know. So when we talking to these government agencies, we're going to be hitting it with that. We're going to be hitting it with the UNDRIP, the ADRIP. We're going to be hitting it with all the laws, all the things. And once you start pulling out your records, they already know. Oh, who are you? Your social security number? Okay, this is attached to these people. Okay, you're from the copper colors or the Aborigines that we found. We came here according to international law. That means that we are protected under the rights, the um, the Declaration of the Rights of Indigenous People. Period. United Nations Declaration of Rights of the Indigenous People. The American Declaration Rights of the Indigenous People. Okay, I, we gotta, we cannot even feel in our hearts that that is not reserved for us and it's reserved for the mestizo. Remember, they are mixed from us. They were given certain privileges under this caste system, under these dolls rolls and all these other things that they got going on. So that's once again, somebody has to push the hard line, the far right wing of 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 of, of the community. Some people don't like that I do that. Some people don't like that I just do what's comfortable for me. I'm not telling anybody else to do anything, but that's not comfortable for them. Everybody's different. We had different situations even going on. You know what I'm saying? We were dealing with different people. You know what I'm saying? Different colonizers and all kinds. Yeah, it's just weird, y'all. We gotta, you know, all lanes should be explored. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's this way, this way, this way, this way. You know what I'm saying? And We just gotta keep going, man. Shout out Big Creek Nation. Today he was like, yo, if you don't fill out the census, they'll put you in a category. I thought that was interesting. You know what I'm saying? I never heard that before. So even if I'm saying that, yo,
What do you mean if we don't fill out a census, they'll put us in the category?
yeah, they'll put you in. He said that they'll put you in the African American category. So I think that's
Oh no.
interesting. If you
Oh,
don't,
that
if you
ain't
don't,
that
huh?
2020. 2020, that ain't happening to me. They ain't put me in no damn category as no African. That ain't happening.
So yeah, man. So the Declaration of Reclamation is important because it's drafted for us by us. You know what I'm saying? And to benefit our people and let it be known, and let them put everybody on notice who we are. Like Libra Son, shout to Libra Son. He say put papers on their ass. You know what I'm saying? We put this in your inbox. We emailed you this. You see what this is. So when you go on Fox News, or whatever, and say African American, we're gonna there should be lawsuits. Like these things are starting to happen. You know, they talk about Ford, Brown versus Board of Education. It should be the Aborigines, the Americans, right? The Americans versus the Board of Education. And that's simple. It's simple. They're not gonna even go to court. They're gonna sell. They're gonna try to sell out of court. We want you to shut down. So people say, well, yeah, man, we just gonna go get ours and go get in our little teepees and our corners over here and take care of our people, right? But we're stronger, remember, with more numbers. So if we change everybody socially, we're social. Like everybody me, I'd be like, yo, what tribe you from? What tribe you from? What tribe you from? And that's the we're gonna start filming that so people can see the reaction and see people, you know what they're saying. It's just you. I don't like filming people before I ask them. Like I'm gonna record you, you know. Nah, we gonna talk and then say, okay, look, I got some questions for you. What tribe you from? Then y'all just kind of see what we're talking about. Sometimes, majority of the times, people think I'm asking them about an African tribe. They goddamn definitely don't know that they never, ever, 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 ever heard about any goddamn African tribe in they damn family. And I was the most Africans nigga ever. Nobody was ever nobody. I never found that out. That was through the media or through African American studies. The Dr. John Henry Clark's and all other great scholars that came, but they pushed us away from this land because they, Dr. John Henry Clark, believed in us being descendants of Africa, even though he knew his grandma and everybody else here in America and what land he was from, stuff like that. And a lot of I've even heard him come out his mouth. That's just as well as Professor James Small said they never heard about Africa until they left the farm and went up there to Schomburg, and you know what I'm saying, and the Boaz, the Hershoviks, and started learning this stuff, y'all. So when people say W.E.B. Du Bois had a Jewish finger in his butt, okay? He was controlled like a ventriloquist. Give a fuck what nobody say. And then turn around with his punk ass and talk about the talented 10. You know, fuck everybody else. We don't think like that. We the 1% that thinks about the 99%. The rich, righteous teachers. Remember that. Not the poor, righteous teachers, the rich, righteous teachers, the wealthy, righteous teachers. Freedom is the best piece of wealth that you can acquire. Freedom for yourself, for your people. So what the hell are we talking about? We talking freedom. We got David Taylor in the building. I know it sounds ignorant, and it is, but they look white. So I wonder why would they make that distinction, right? Okay. Um, I must have didn't catch the whole thing. Let me see talk about that. Um, Declaration of Independence. Yep. I only find them on the 19th all by white man, use go war. Damn. So So he refused to go to the war in the 1900s. Was that World War One or World War Two? They were drafting people. I wouldn't win either. Yeah, he was going to lock me up. I'm cool. Give me 3 hots in the cots instead of getting shot. You know what I'm talking about? This shit crazy. Y'all got me fucked up. They put niggas on the front line too. Go ahead, Vietnam. Go ahead, get on out there. Y'all kiss my ass. I was sitting up underneath the jail. Fuck y'all. Got me fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I gotta be all out of it in federal prison, chilling, eating zuzus and wham whams and motherfucking oodles and noodles. I'm cool. Instead of being in
you, for,
y'all got me fucked up. What?
you forgot the little dab cake too.
Man, look, all that. Them honey buns, like steaks. You know what I'm talking about? Nope, I'm cool, y'all. I would not have been. No, and that not to say that not knock on anybody that went to war, man. Salute to y'all. But most of these wars were uncalled for. Nobody was attacking us. Nobody was invading us. Why we in Germany? Why we in Japan? Why we over here? Iraq, Afghanistan, Korea, Vietnam. What? Why? What were we getting out of it? Shot ass. Nah, I'm cool. Sending teenage boys over there to get their brains blew out. You crazy as hell. So this is what they've done. So we know what they've done. And guess what? I think that they can implement this draft again if they have to. I heard that. I think that I heard that they were talking about it because people that were enlisting in the military was low because they was like, nigga, we ain't about to go to war. Nigga, you was in the they even you go to the damn National Guard, they send you ass to Iraq. Like, get out of here. Like, nigga, I was in the National Guard. I was in all TC and they sent you. Nigga, being college all TC ain't even a real. So they sending everybody over there. They was talking about doing it for drafting again. You ain't gonna be drafting mine. Believe that. And if I gotta say, we object to war over religious, religious beliefs, then that's what it is. Shout out to Chicago's fire spitting the serpent in the building. Big Uga Uga. He said, Hyena Chief, my people are from DeKalb, Kemper, Mississippi. Are from Gulfport, Mississippi. Not different places, Mount Olive. You know what I'm saying? That's all over. Shout out. Picayune, Pass Christian, New Orleans, Slidell, Bay St. Louis, Long Beach, Mississippi. Y'all know nothing about that. LB, LBM, Long Beach, Mississippi. Yeah. Shout out to Gulf Coast. What else we got here, man? I miss nobody. Mike Prince is in the building. Said David. That's what's up. Yeah, man. Try to find, all the documentations you can, but definitely look into land. So if your people own land, if the land is still in your family, if it's not, why is it not still in your family? You know what I'm saying? Once again, once we identify who we are, right? We can go back in time and say, well, why was this taxed? Because it was taken. You took this land because of taxes. You illegally taxed us. Clear, everybody clear on this? Like, we're not gonna go back and forth. So yeah, that's what's up with that. Bethy, you still in the building? Yeah, he's still in the building. Make sure I got everybody. Miss Julie Carey in the building. Yes. So many of our daughter's friends went to war and came back messed up, including my 28-year-old son-in-law. Yeah. So many of my daughters, okay, friends, okay, you said daughter's friends. I'm like, daughter's friends, we went to war? These brown people make up their farm. Oh, right, she sounds like a mother. Right, I mean, cool. I'm super cool. soldiers in the World War I and World War II were college kids, college football, priests, and the NFL here their powers. Eee, executive session. Hitting them with the wow. Yo, and you know what's so crazy, right? Like these wars, wars are for economics. You know what I'm saying? It was like, they had people, making things for the war and stuff like that or whatever. So I think that's interesting that you say that. Um, they were like, yo, we'll snatch these niggas up off these teams and they ask the war, right? And then they can come in and take over. It's some genius. These niggas, they are diabolical genius. I say that. Real talk. Niggas are diabolical genius. But Sister Bethy, we're gonna shut it down. We want this to be too long. You there?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I think it's time to go so we can get back to our families and stuff. And um, this won't be the last time.
Word. Yeah, I mean, this is just this is one of many. You know what I'm saying? This is the Sister Bethy love show. So yeah, we got definitely got to host the Aboriginal Woman is God next. You know what I'm saying? We bring you and some sisters on, go in on that. Um, and I feel like we can talk genealogy anytime. Like it should never be. Um, oh no, let's don't talk about that. No, we'll talk about that. Okay, let's talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into that. But we have to collectively figure out what we're gonna do with this information once you got it, right? Okay, so we got this information. You got your all right, cool. What are you gonna do with it? So I always tell people this is the Department of Interior, Social Security. You know what I'm saying? I forgot Department of Vital Statistics, things like these, birth certificates and stuff like that or whatever. Yes, the DMV. We want these people to know who we are, right? So then that's just it, though. So we want to walk around this bitch like the superhumans that we are, the super Americans that we are. And that's just what it is, man. Y'all can respect that or check it, man. We are the greatest of all time, and we're gonna show that. We're gonna keep showing. We've been showing and proving for millenniums. So yeah, so that's what's up. Hey, so I'd like to thank the great sister Bethy, love in the building. Great show, Sister Bethy. You got anything else to say to the people before we get up out of here?
No, I just, really appreciate everybody coming out. And like I said, I hope I was helpful to some people. And, like I said, I'll just continue to share as I learn. Like I said, a lot of this information and the way that I went about tracing my lineage, I learned from Dane Calloway's book and his shows.
Copy.
Simple. So I give him much credit to this.
You
And
got to.
I give him so much credit for this. I bought his book. I'm getting ready to buy his new book that he just put out.
What's the
But
name of the book that you have?
tracing your lineage, tracing your ancestors. Where is that book at? It's up in my bag. If you hold on for a minute, I can go and get it.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
Hey, shout out to Yolanda Sanders in the building. Peace, Empress. Almost missed you. Yeah. Big Chief in the building. That's what's up, man. Man. We all super, man. We superhumans, man. Y'all seen the brother Star Child come on in and got shot 3 times. Last time in the head. Still running around here strong. Like, you know what I'm talking about? He's talking about strong. You know what I mean? So come on, bro. That's some Steven Seagal shit right there. Hard to kill. You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to that big brother. Paid him to the war, and then they started paying them to rise in the college game. So that's crazy, bro. That's all I can say. Did I get 10 bucks too? 10 bucks too. Still on the top who's in the building? 15. That's fact right there. It's just a lot of tedious work. Not yet. it's just a lot of tedious work. Like I said, I feel like
I'm back.
you
Ooh,
good.
yeah. But this is Dane Calloway's book that I purchased. Some of y'all already purchased it, but it's Tracing Your Family Genealogy History by Records. And I found it to be very helpful. If it wasn't for this book, I wouldn't have been able to trace my lineage or known about how to go about tracing my lineage. He just came out with a new one that's an advancement of this book. So if I were you, I'd go to his page and get the name of the book and purchase it.
Yeah, shout out to Dan Calloway, man. Go check out
Yeah, this is Dane Calloway's book.
Yeah, I think I'm just here to make you think.com. Go check them out, man.
Yeah,
So go. Y'all already know. Y'all probably got it in y'all joints already. So yeah, man, go support your brother, man.
yeah,
Um,
very helpful. So anyway, I'm gonna go and get to my family. I gotta work tomorrow. You know that, both jobs. So I'll be back.
all right, that's what's
All
up.
right,
All
bye.
right, let's go. Peace, peace and love. Big ooga ooga to the tribe. We out.